So you're thinking about trekking to Annapurna Base Camp, one of the most legendary trails in the Himalayas? Awesome! I'm going to break down everything you need to know to plan this adventure, from how much it's going to cost to the permits you need, and really importantly, how to stay healthy thousands of meters up in the mountains.
Okay, here's how we're going to tackle this. First up, we'll get into what makes the ABC Trek so incredibly special. Then we'll dive into the numbers. What's the real cost? After that, we'll cover the paperwork and the people you'll need with you. We'll also get serious about altitude sickness before wrapping up with how you can customize this trek to make it your own perfect adventure.
So, let's set the scene. The Annapurna Base Camp Trek, or ABC as everyone calls it, is widely popular in Nepal, and for some really good reasons. Let's dig into why thousands upon thousands of people are drawn to this spectacular corner of the Himalayas year after year.
I mean, this is it. This is the grand prize. I want you to just picture it. You are standing inside a 360-degree natural amphitheater of colossal, snow-covered giants. You're not just looking at mountains from way off in the distance. You are right there, in the heart of it all, looking right at Annapurna I, the 10th highest mountain on the entire planet. It's a view that is just life-changing.
But you know, the insane views are just the beginning. This trek takes you on a journey through these incredibly diverse landscapes. One day you're hiking through a lush, green, subtropical forest, and a few days later, bam, you're in the stark, beautiful high alpine world. You get to pass through these traditional Gurung and Magar villages and experience their amazing culture. And the best part, you get this world-class adventure in less than a week, and you finish it all off with a well-deserved soak in some natural hot springs. What's not to love?
Okay, but here's something you really need to keep in mind. While this trek is totally accessible and it's great for beginners, please do not mistake moderate for easy. The trail is a series of constant ups and downs, so you've got to be in pretty good physical shape to actually enjoy the experience and, more importantly, to handle the daily grind safely.
All right, let's get to the big one. The question on pretty much everyone's mind. How much is this thing actually going to cost me? Well, the answer really depends on your travel style.
So the total price tag for a package can be anywhere from about $600 all the way up to $3,000 US. That is a massive range, right? So let's break down what that money actually gets you at each level.
This chart really lays it all out. On one end, you've got the budget option. It's perfect if you're a backpacker, but it means you're roughing it a bit with some very basic facilities. On the other extreme, you have luxury. Maximum comfort, but that comfort is mostly at the lower altitudes, and it comes with a pretty hefty price tag. For most people, that standard package, right in the middle, it just hits the sweet spot. It's the best balance of comfort, support, and cost.
And just to put that cost into perspective, let's compare it to its more famous cousin. A standard Annapurna trek is way more budget-friendly than a trip to Everest Base Camp. And honestly, that's a huge reason why it's so popular.
Now, if you're not doing a full package or you just want to know where your money's going, this is basically what your daily spending on the trail will look like. Food and water are going to be your biggest expense, about half your budget. And just remember this one key thing. The price of literally everything, from a bottle of water to a hot shower, goes up the higher you climb. All right, let's talk about the non-negotiables, the stuff you absolutely, positively have to get sorted before you even think about hitting the trail.
Okay, you need 2 key permits. No ifs, ands, or buts. The first is the ACAP permit, which lets you into the Annapurna Conservation Area. That's about $30. The second is the TIMS card, which is a system for tracking trekkers. That's another $20. The good news, if you book with a trekking company, they will almost always take care of all this for you. Phew.
Now, this is a super important update, so listen up. As of early 2023, you can no longer legally hike this route on your own as a foreigner. It's now mandatory to hire a licensed guide, both for your own safety and to help support the local economy. So no more solo trekking here.
So the guide is required. They're your navigator, your safety expert, your cultural bridge. But a porter is optional, but let me tell you, they are highly recommended. For about $20 to $30 a day, they carry your heavy pack, which leaves you free to just enjoy the stunning scenery with a light little day pack. It's a total game changer for how much you'll enjoy the trek itself.
As we move up into the mountains, we have to talk about probably the single most important health topic on any high-altitude trek: acute mountain sickness, or AMS.
So what is AMS? Put simply, it's your body's negative reaction to the thinner air up high. As you climb, there's just less oxygen available, and your body needs time to adjust.
The symptoms can be anything from a mild headache to much, much more serious issues, so you've got to take it very seriously.
Now burn this into your brain because it is the most important safety tip I can give you. The #1 way to prevent AMS isn't some magic pill. It's respecting the mountain and giving your body time to adapt. So once you get above 3,000 meters, do not increase your sleeping elevation by more than 500 meters per day. It is all about a slow, gradual ascent.
Now, for some people, medication can't help. Acetazolamide is the most common preventative drug. But, and this is a huge but, these pills are an aid for acclimatization, not a replacement for it. They're not a get-out-of-jail-free card. You still have to climb slowly. And of course, always talk to your doctor before taking any medication.
This is what you need to be watching out for. The most important thing you can do on the trail is listen to your body. If you've got a headache plus any of these other symptoms, it could be AMS. And the rule is simple. If you have symptoms, you do not go any higher. If they get worse, your only real treatment is to go down.
Okay, we've covered the logistics and the safety, so now let's get to the fun part, how you can actually tailor this trek to fit your schedule, your budget, and your own personal style.
You've basically got a few different options here. The standard classic trek takes about 6 to 8 days. That's the most popular, and it allows for good acclimatization. But hey, if you're short on time and you've got a big budget, you can do the James Bond version and fly back down by helicopter in just 4 or 5 days. Or if you want the full, immersive experience, you can stretch it out to 12 days or more and add in some amazing side treks like Poon Hill.
And finally, for anyone looking to save a few bucks, here are some pro tips. Take the bus instead of flying between Kathmandu and Pokhara. It saves a ton. Trekking with a group brings that per-person cost way down. You can rent expensive gear like down jackets instead of buying them. And carrying a water filter is a double win. It saves you money every single day, and it cuts down on plastic waste.
So you see, with a bit of smart planning, this life-changing trek is absolutely within your reach. It's just this incredible combination of world-class mountain views, fascinating culture, and a real sense of personal achievement. The only question left is, when are you going to start writing your own Annapurna story?